Michael Carbonaro, the Carbonaro effect, you've seen it.
Yeah, magician, actor, comedian, it's all of that together. But the goal is always that everyone's laughing in the end, and that's how you know it's a good prank. We'd give them a little scare, maybe drive them down.
Oh, there's scares.
There's some scares in there for sure. In this one, I'm actually going to be bringing up, I mean it, on November 14th, right there at the theater, I'll be bringing up two people from the audience and making them disappear.
Hey guys, Ron Onesti here, Displays Theater. And let me tell you something. You guys know we put on about 500 shows a year between Displays and the Arcada. Foreigner, Pat Benatar, Ted Nugent, all the rock stars. But when it comes to rock stars in whatever it is you do, Michael, because I want to talk about that, Michael Carbonaro, the Carbonaro effect, you've seen it. He's been doing this for about, 40, 50, 60 years. It seems that way anyway. Michael Carbonaro, November 14th at the Displays Theater. Thanks for being with me today, buddy. And like I said, I do about, maybe 8-10 shows a week at my places. Everybody. But for you, I don't even know magician,
Yeah.
illusionist.
Yeah.
What the heck are you?
I ask myself every day. I wake up and I say that. What am I? I go with entertainer, but magician, actor, comedian, it's all of that together, I think, is the Carbonaro effect.
Well, you are a primo entertainer. What you do, and you know what? Who else? And it's cool because what you've come to realize is that you have a cast, right? You are the main entertainer. You're the MC, the host, the guy, the ring master with the big top hat and the whip and the whole thing. But your cast are your victims, do you call them? I mean, they're just as animated. That's the fun part, right?
Yeah. And and it's the same with doing the live show too. I mean, we always struggle over that word. They're not victims. Marks is kind of the word when you're pulling a con, they're marks. In the live show, it's more like volunteers, because I get these people who come to the live shows who want to come up on stage and be involved in an effect with me. But I always, it's always about treating them with love and giving them a great, fun, wild experience. It's never about trying to make them look foolish every now and then on the TV show, we'd give them a little scare, maybe drive them down.
Oh, there's scares.
There's some scares in there for sure. But the goal is always that everyone's laughing in the end. And that's how you know it's a good prank.
So tell us what we have to expect on November 14th, Displays Theater. Somebody walks in, because they're going to be walking expecting someone to jump out from behind a curtain. I mean, what's going to happen? What could they expect? And to what degree do you actually get the audience involved?
Oh, for sure. My 100% of the time, my favorite part of doing the TV show is the improvisational energy where I never know exactly where it's going to go because I'm working with someone who has no idea what's about to happen. So the same thing in the live show. I'm using tons of audience volunteers who get to come up on stage with me, and sometimes I borrow an object from them, or sometimes they're involved in a little prank that gets multi-layered where maybe they're being fooled and the audience suddenly becomes in on it, or the person on stage kind of catches what's going on and we're fooling the audience together. But it's a show of fun, excitement, laughter. And in this one, I'm actually going to be bringing up, I mean it, on November 14th, right there at the theater, I'll be bringing up two people from the audience and making them disappear. Not a joke. Right there on the Displays Theater stage, two people are going to disappear. It could be you if you get tickets, for sure.
See, and that's the thing, I do marvel. I mean, people do the whole, how does he do the sleight of hand? Or when you're looking at a magician, you're watching him, he's palming the card, he's doing all that stuff, right? But man, how you do it is, it is magical.
It's funny you say that. I think, part of it is definitely the magic. I love the audiences to go, how is that happening? And I think especially people who've seen the TV show and then secretly wonder like, oh, is that camera tricks or those actors? They get to come to the live show and they're like sitting right there like watching these things happen like, oh, okay, it's actually happening right in front of my face, or it's happening to me in my hands. There's like an extra excitement to that. And I do love the how is it happening, but really it's all about, gosh, it's getting that fun in there. And like you said, being a showman and really hosting an evening where we're all just together in this, and you start to forget that you're there to like figure out how the tricks are done. You know, you're there to like just have a good time and just go with it. There's this like laughter. Then how did it happen? Laughter.
Well,
How did it happen?
I tell you what,
You get lost in it. I hope.
and that's what we're looking for. You know, I mean, again, the level of sheer entertainment that you bring. I mean, whether a lot of the shows we do, you're either a rock fan, a country fan, whatever fan, R&B fan, but here you just got to be a fan. And even that person who feels he's getting dragged to a show, because there's always that guy. I'm going to say guy for the most part, that gets dragged to a show, because I see that too. He's got that same face you just did. He's like, you are not going to entertain me. I am not going to have fun. I am really upset I'm here in the first place. So, you got that challenge to deal with that person.
Yeah.
And I guarantee if you're that guy out there, November 14th, I challenge you. I totally challenge you to come to this show. Michael Carbonaro will take you to the promised land of comedy, of entertainment. Did I say that right, Michael?
That's absolutely right. I mean, I accept that challenge. And I get a lot of times, like I'll meet some fans after the show, and there's that one guy in the group who's like, I never saw your show. I didn't know who you were. They dragged me here, and oh my God, I just had the best time. You're amazing. How did you do that? Taking pictures with me, and I love to turn them around like that. So yeah, come on down. I
It's
accept
incredible
it.
how you magically haven't changed in all these years. Again, I literally just got on the phone with my 19-year-old daughter. When she's 10 years old or whatever it was,
Yeah.
that would be our thing. We would
That's
watch the
awesome.
Carbonaro Effect together. She just got such a kick out of it, and she would laugh so much, with the awe moment,
Yep.
that you would get to at the end of the presentation, trick,
Yep.
whatever you do refer to it as. And she'd be like, oh, he got,
Yeah.
she loved that. So if you're into all that, guys out there, the Carbonaro Effect will happen at the Displays Theater with the one, the only Michael Carbonaro. I'm telling you, the rock and roll superstar of whatever it is he does.
Magic.
In
We'll call it
entertainment,
magic.
let's say. I know.
Thanks, Ron. Okay, I'm glad you're at the theater right now. I see it in the background. If you could
Yep,
set up
here we
my
are.
props and costumes, I'll be down there in time for the show.
So cool. All right, we'll see you guys November 14th, Displays Theater, oshows.com. Michael Carbonaro. See you guys then.